One shot, movie, that's all you need. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot.
It's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, the stage is set for our final Thursday night game of the year between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Tackle run here for Nick Chubb. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. In motion, the tight end. On 2nd and 7, Watson. That's complete. It's Charles. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. The Browns at 12-2 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
From the 50, it's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Charles. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They will indeed snap it to Watson. It's caught to Charles. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? He'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Well, you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner. Except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. ground with McCaffrey. And a short pickup to about the 25.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 25 on second down, Hurts. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains.
Okay, break.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run the option left side. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They go play action with Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Here we go, here we go.
In motion, Hill. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, it's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play.
Into a sea of defenders have intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
After the interception, here's Watson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. To try again after the sack. Watson, he's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. York now for the extra point.
And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
7 yards there and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. off the option. Here's McCaffrey. And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Pat the street! Pat the street! Go, Jack! Go, Jack!
Hurts sets up to throw it. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I think that we all figured when he called it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Throwing is Hurts. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Here we go, here we go. 19, Pioneers.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go now.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey. Touchdown, Dolphins! Christian McCaffrey. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good, and the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Hurts. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. On 2nd and 7, Hurts buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. A give running right is Chubb. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Chubb running right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
3-point down, coming.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up a throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Watson off play action. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jerome Baker able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Watson forced out to his left. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Watson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 1 quarter remains. points here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Touchdown! David Njoku. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Hey, check that, streak.
But first down, Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 9, Watson, blitz coming, and down he goes. Byron Jones getting to him from the secondary.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Let's go now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 63 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Hurts. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout. and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Again, McCaffrey. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. And now here is another interception. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trey Brown. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Throwing now, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice gain of 21 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now Watson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now it's Watson. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the